I am Supa Dave. Well, ho, 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 everybody. Merry Christmas. Sorry for being so late. Christmas Eve, guys. We made it. This is my second Christmas, I believe. Second or third Christmas as a full-time YouTuber. And I just wanted to stop in and say Merry Christmas to every single one of you guys. Patrick is in the chat. Happy holidays, brother. Hope you are doing well. I hope you are doing well, Patrick. It's different this Christmas. Very quiet. Very quiet. To top it all off, you guys know how I bought that new computer, and I remember when I bought the computer, everybody was telling me the power supply, the PSU was gonna go because it was only like 350 watts. And yeah, right before Christmas, my power supply on my computer took a crap. So right now I am streaming on, like, it might as well be a potato. So please forgive me for the quality and everything. I hope everything is up to standards. Trying something new here, you know. Merry Christmas to you, Britta. And as we're here, I think somebody told me that I can give out some Milltown's Best membership gifting. So let's give out 5 of them right now to start out, guys. It's Christmas. Time to give out presents to everybody. So everybody got some memberships there.
Who the fuck keeps playing that music every time I say
Supa Dave?
Oh wow, I forgot I set those old school sound effects.
Who the fuck keeps playing that music every time I say
Supa Dave?
Who the fuck keeps playing that
I don't know if
music
we gotta
every time I
keep
say
playing them.
Supa Dave?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to change that. I paused it for now, guys. Something different. So everybody's getting memberships here, so that's good. It's Christmas. I also tried seeing if I put the chat up, I gotta change the font on that. Just messing around with layouts, guys, and you know, trying to do stuff. I want this new year, guys, to be the best year ever for Milltown's Best. You know, I'm making lots of changes in my life right now, and it's uncomfortable to say the least. It really is very uncomfortable, but I'm making these changes because they are needed right now, and we're gonna take them into the new year. We are gonna catapult Milltown's Best into the new year, and we are gonna cover some amazing stories. We are gonna do everything that we said we were gonna do in 2025. Had a YouTuber not got his panties in a twist, panties in a knot. 2025 was gonna be the best year for Milltown's Best. Christy Nunez in chat says Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, Christy. Christy, I should say. Sylvia's here and says, we love you, Dave. I love you too. Sylvia also says, Merry Christmas. I'm going to give out more Milltown's Best memberships as we go on here, guys, because it's Christmas. We should all get a gift here, guys. But as I was saying, I really want to grow the channel in 2026 here coming up. So much to do on this platform, and I don't want to be a slop. They call them slop tubers, which is basically just guys who cover drama. I don't want to be a drama YouTuber. I think about all these channels that are in whatever ecosystem you want to call it, pro, anti, left, right, gay, straight, whatever ecosystem you're in these days. when the drama is over, what are these channels going to do? Really? What are their goals? What do they think they're going to do once the drama well of this lawsuit dries up? You know, for example, we can talk about that Dan Owens case. Everybody was putting their eggs in this Dan Owens case that it's going to be, so earth shattering, and they thought that was going to be a content teat that they could milk for God knows how long, and that got shut down before it started. And now I hear rumbles that they're going to appeal it and all this stuff, and it's like that is the definition of what these people are calling polymop, when you just can't let something go. And I think about these other channels, and I'm just thinking, what are they going to do? What are they going to do when it's all said and done? Do they have anything to fall back on? I know that Megan lady, she has compromised all of her ethics and professionalism to ride the coattails of a YouTuber, and I don't see a good ending in store for her professionally speaking. I don't. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Like I said, if I end up being wrong, I will perfectly say I'm wrong. But I find myself wondering, when is the hate going to stop? And I've been saying this for months at this point. And I think to myself, as I'm going through my YouTube timeline today, and I come across a community post from the YouTuber. And the YouTuber is continuing. Today is Christmas Eve. Should spend time with your family, friends, loved ones. And he's busy creating hate, talking about emails and this and that, and having people track down IP addresses, which in my opinion further proves that somebody was hacking me from his side of the fence, in my opinion. If he talks about how he has people to track IPs, this, and that, and if you looked at my legal filings and I said, hey, man, this dude put out a bounty for me, and not even 3 days after that bounty, I was having suspicious activity in my online accounts, and then this content creator comes out and says that he has people who track IPs and do all this online shenanigans, well, is that a self-report or is that a self-report? Just something I've been thinking about. Bobby C in chat says, hi, everyone. Hope you are having a wonderful holiday so far. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Bobby. Tank Girl says, Megan has screwed herself. Sylvia says, no drama. I don't want any drama, guys. I don't. I wanted to go through my mind and explain to you, Christmas is supposed to be a time where we're spending it with our loved ones and everything. But this year, I'm not. This year, my mind is so preoccupied with this. All because of videos. All because of commentary. Has it negatively affected my life? Yeah, I can't even enjoy this holiday right now. What do they call them? Debbie Downers? I'm a Debbie Downer. I feel like nobody wants to be around me, because I'm constantly thinking about this stuff. And John Cook is in the chat, says, hello, Dave, and hello, everybody. Hey, John, good to see you. Tank Girl says he's digging himself a big hole. Yeah. But what I wanted to talk about on this beautiful Christmas Eve, everybody, is I want to know what you guys are doing for this holiday. What are you doing to celebrate Christmas? Whether you celebrate Christmas Eve or do you celebrate Christmas Day? Do the kids get anxious to open gifts on Christmas Eve? I remember when I was a kid, me and my closest brother, Bob, we we used to nag my mom and dad so bad. My mom and dad worked so hard for Christmas. Every year, they wanted it to be special every year. And we had a tradition that Christmas morning, we would open gifts as a family. But me and Bob just couldn't wait. So one year, we were probably, I don't know, 6 and 7. And we tried staying up till Santa came, and we couldn't. But we did wake up at about I'd say about 6 a.m. Mom and Dad were in bed. Me and Bob snuck and saw all the gifts. And we that was the one year we stole a Christmas present from under the tree and opened it. And Mom's like, "Where's that gift?" We kept it in the room. But it ended up after all the years, we got Mom and Dad to let us open Christmas presents on Christmas Eve, and Christmas Eve became the tradition for opening gifts. So I was just wondering, what are the traditions in your family? What do you guys do to celebrate Christmas? I have all these good, warm, fuzzy feelings about Christmas. It's just a lot of my family has passed on. Mom's gone, Dad's gone, all my aunts and uncles are gone. I don't really associate much with cousins and my aunts and uncles. So I like hearing about other families. And what are you guys' family? You guys eat anything special? Let me know what you guys do here. Ed Warrior in chat. Hey, Supa Dave. Hey, Ed. Tank Girl says that they are home with their pup and the cat. They'll be working on the camper, trying to get the engine sorted. Very nice. Very nice. I hope you have a beautiful camper. Even if it's not beautiful, that you could have so much joy in fixing up a camper. That is one of my dreams as well. While I'd like to build my own cabin on a small plot of land, like that's been my dream for years. Uh, Part of me thinks it'd be cool just to buy a old camper and fix it up. There's a YouTube channel called The Endless Adventure, and they fixed up a 1970s vintage RV, and I thought that was so cool, and I could see that being cool, something that I would do. And then wherever you go, your home is with you. It's kind of the reason why I like van life, and I think van life is cool. One voice for you in chat says, "Merry Christmas Day. Follow Wisconsinite. God bless you always." Cheryl in Milwaukee. A bucket of hugs. Take one as needed. And I will take one. I'll take one of them hugs. Patrick says, "Since I lost my mother 10 years ago due to kidney failure, Christmas is just another day without her." And probably watch some movies. I know how you feel, Patrick. I really do. It's like, why celebrate if you have nobody to celebrate with? But there's always somebody who cares about you, Patrick. Right now, you're celebrating with me, and I care. That is one thing that is great about this community, Patrick, is um, we all may be on different sides of the globe, different time zones or whatnot, but here we are, Christmas Eve, and we're talking, and we're reminiscing, and we're sharing what Christmas means to us. And I think that's a beautiful thing. I really do. Christy's excited because their kids are coming over tonight to celebrate. Awesome. Here's the question though, Christy. Are the kids to the point where like as soon as they get there, they want to open gifts? Or is it kind of like, hey, let's relax a little bit? Or is when you celebrate, do you even open gifts? Some people celebrate Christmas without gifts, believe it or not. Tank Carol says the camper has been a long time dream. Finally got one, and it broke down on the way home. Ugh, hopefully it's not one of those lemon law things where where it's just like you got sold a pipe dream. Diet Coke, guys. Just so you guys know what I'm drinking here. In the good old MILTOWN'S Best koozie, which has seen better days. And of course, you guys, it's Christmas and I'm rocking my Christmas suspenders. I became a suspenders guy. Who else do we got here? Crystals Rock says, "Merry Christmas, everybody. Just checking out live streams." I hope there's some good ones, I decided to hop on just because I could not have another Christmas. I want it to be a tradition is what I'm trying to say. I want to constantly
Who the fuck keeps playing that music? Every time I sing.
Supa Dave.
Oh, that's from earlier. I paused
Who
it.
the fuck
Sorry,
keeps
guys.
playing that music? Every time I sing.
Supa Dave.
There should only be like two more, guys. I apologize for that. I gotta really change that sound effect. I hooked up the Streamlabs. They got an add-on now for OBS. I stream in OBS, and they created an OBS add-on that allows me to dock my chat and all my alerts and everything. Before, it was like a multi-screen thing that I would have to juggle. So for this potato that I'm streaming on right now with one screen, I put this add-on, and it gave me a bunch of old sound effects and stuff that I have to change. So I apologize for that old sound effect there. Not really a Christmassy sound effect, I assure you guys, but it happens. John Cook says, tonight starts a new tradition with HG. I'm going to introduce her to the 1938 Christmas Carol. Classic. My the Christmas Carol, is that the movie? Yeah, I think that's what you're talking about. I know my mom really liked, what was that? A Miracle on 31st Street? I think that's what it was called. About the Macy's Santa and the little girl. My mom really liked that, and she would watch that every year. It was like her holiday movie. When me and Bob were kids, what did we watch? We watched the Santa Claus a lot, and what was another holiday movie we would watch? Home Alone 2. Yeah, we loved Home Alone 2. That was another good Christmas movie we would watch. And as I've grown older, I've really started liking Chevy Chase's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That one is a classic. One Voice for You says, since I lost my best friend 8 months ago, it is tough. Yeah. I understand. Having Jesus helps. I agree. Sustaining you through this time. Yeah. One Voice for You, I'm sorry for your loss. I know what you're going through. I do. But I'm glad you're here. I was surprised to see that Guapo was streaming earlier today. He sure seemed in the Christmas spirit. What else do we got here today? Oh, Robbie is streaming today. Oh, I forgot. No worries. I'm going to probably hop off. I forgot Robbie streams on Wednesdays. That is my bad. I completely forgot. No worries. I have no problem with you enjoying Robbie. Be my guest. Thanks for stopping by, though. Tank Girl says, nah, I got a great price. Very British, though. Merry Christmas to him. It has been a beautiful day. Just quiet for me. It's been a very quiet day. 34th Street. Thank you, Patrick. 34th Street. I knew it was in the 30s. I did. Ed says, I don't watch Christmas movies anymore. Also, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. And that's from Bruce Willis himself. When I saw a clip on YouTube, they were talking about like what is and what isn't Christmas movies. And they have a clip of Bruce Willis himself saying, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. They were like, it came out in July or something. And the guy was like, what, you never heard of Christmas in July? Harry Potter. A lot of people think that that's a Christmas movie, but I don't find it to be really Christmassy. It's not a top on my Christmas movies, but a lot of people watch Harry Potter during the Christmas seasons, and you can't have Christmas Eve. When we were kids, they used to play A Christmas Story. That used to play 24 hours on TBS. I don't know if TBS is even a station anymore, but do they still do that? Run the Christmas Story all through the night? Darwin Goodson says, my wife is going to have a meal by herself. A miracle happens. My daughter, 5% chance to ever walk again. She can go up to 150 feet with a walker. Praise God, Darwin. Praise God. That is amazing. That is a Christmas miracle. Beautiful, Darwin. And Darwin, thank you for your email. I tell you, this community has uplifted me in so many ways. I did my live stream from Starbucks not that long ago, And I don't know, I guess I seemed down or something. A lot of people sent me emails to my public email address, and a few even sent it to my private email address, which I'm sorry, guys, that's a private personal email address. I don't really handle business from it or anything. A lot of people email it, and I don't respond. I don't even know how some people got that email address, and I get CC'd on that email address and stuff. It's like, if you guys want to reach out to me, my email is clearly posted in the context section on YouTube. It's MILTOWN'SBEST raw footage at gmail.com. But after that live stream, so many people just flooded me with kind words and support. I literally got the warm fuzzies and such kind, encouraging words. That's the power of this community. I really feel bad that I went live. I thought Robbie's live at 5 p.m. I didn't know he goes live so early. I thought if anything he'd go live like 7 or something. Oh, I feel bad for that. I was gonna stream a little earlier too, but then Guapo was live. I don't want to step on anybody's toes, especially on Christmas Eve, you know. Co says, good to see you, Dave. I think that is Concerned Planet. It's good to see you too. Merry Christmas. John says, I've already watched Bad Santa 1 and 2. Oh boy. That's Billy Bob Thornton. He was really good, and I liked the first one. I didn't like the second one that much. But the first one was really clever and funny, and I think was that Bernie Mac that was in that? Really good stuff. Rambo First Blood, says Patrick. True. Tank Girl says that they enjoy listening to Christmas songs. I can honestly say I have not heard one Christmas carol this entire year. We'll see how that goes. I might listen to some tonight now that you said that, though. Bearded Fisherman in the chat says that's true. A WCW wrestling was on, man. Oh, you're talking about TBS 605. Yeah, that was exactly the station that old school World Championship Wrestling was on, 605 Live. Christy loves A Christmas Story is a classic. Me and my brother quote that movie all the time, especially, I can't put my arms down. Like, that's our one quote we're always quoting. I can't put my arms down. We were going to have a big dinner tonight and do a dinner tomorrow. But I'm really trying to watch my figure. I'm trying to watch my figure, so we're going to just do a nice dinner tomorrow. I had bought a really nice turkey breast I was going to do tonight. Seasoned roasted turkey breast with stuffing, and we were going to do corn. But tomorrow, I think we're going to do the turkey, and then we got a baked ham. Bob's not a big turkey guy, so he can probably just eat the ham, and I'll eat the turkey, and then he's got a whole lot he's got to do with his significant other and all that good stuff. I might stop by as well. We'll see how that goes, but as of tonight, just mellow, just a mellow, calm. Like I said, it doesn't really feel like Christmas Eve to me right now. Cat Lady says the Christmas Story has been playing on TBS, so that's good. Sorry, guys, I'm a little bit behind in the chat, so I'll catch up here shortly. YouTube has fireplace channels. They do. They have the Yule log channels. Forgot all about that. You're an hour off, Dave. I am Central Time bearded. Tank Girl wants to know if anybody's going live tomorrow. I might. Like I said, as December winds out and we ramp into January, I'm looking at January as like the relaunch of MILTOWN'S Best. I've been prepping for it. That's when I plan to launch the Supapedia podcast. I plan to launch a bunch of other new content and really spread my wings multiple uploads a week. After all, this is a profession. YouTubing is not, when I know it's hard for me with my mental health and stuff, but I can't keep talking about my mental health. As everybody said, people weaponize it and everything. So I need to just focus on the content, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna handle this like it's my job as opposed to a hobby. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna ease in to we're gonna, you know, 2025 is almost over. December, we're gonna ease out of it, and then come January, get ready for content galore. I'm looking at a lot of the quartering. He has a formula for his videos, which isn't too complex. It's not heavy on editing, and it's kind of like what I do already with the local news stories. But I'm gonna branch out with more positive news than negative, and we're really gonna ramp up Milltown's Best and do something special in 2026. Mark my words, it's gonna be the best year of the channel. Patrick says, back in the day when Yahoo Chat was popular, I would play X-rated Christmas songs, and I made a lot of money. I forgot all about Yahoo chat rooms. Oh wow, those talk about me being a teenager and just dumb in Yahoo chat rooms. Me and my buddies. Check out Fairy Tale in New York, the best Christmas song ever. I'll check it out. Ed Warrior, I'm having dinner at my brother's tomorrow. Nice. And that's the thing, what sucks is when you choose to really start watching your body and watching your weight and calories, um, high protein, low carbs, it's like the worst time to do that is right during the holidays. You know, you got the pies. Uh, I know, for example, in my brother's kitchen right now, there's caramel apple pie and pecan pie, and for those who got a sweet tooth, it's like drool city. Like you're just drooling. What else do we got here? If you ever needed like watch hours, that would be the perfect thing to do. Watch hours. I'm pretty good on watch hours right now. Watch hours really come in handy when you need to be partnered. But once you're partnered, watch hours are pretty much, you got them. So you just gotta, keep up with your views and your content. I just want to build stability to the channel, Bearded. I want to have an upload schedule that is not going to only help my viewers know when they can catch me, but it's in turn going to help me on a personal level stick to deadlines. I have a real hard time holding myself to deadlines, and that's something I'm going to be working on in the new year. Procrastination, and it's not even so much procrastination, it's I build everything into this mammoth undertaking. That's just how my mind works. Whether it's something small or big, even as sometimes as I got to stream, I, I run that through my head, and it becomes this momentous task, and it becomes easier just to postpone, delay, whatever it may be. And this is an issue I've been dealing with in therapy for quite some time now. And I'm really at this point where it's like, enough is enough, push through it. And I'm at that point where it's like, let's do it. So I feel that an upload schedule will really, it's a tool to help me learn. It may not keep to it 100% at first, but if I start imposing punishments on myself if I miss an upload or something like that, it could be something entertaining, compelling for the viewers. And I don't like disappointing the besties. If people are tuning in because they expect content, I would hate to disappoint any of them. And I'm not going to. I refuse to. So, Granny Kathy says, sorry I missed. No worries. I didn't realize Robbie was streaming. I feel like a complete putz, Granny. I would never want to overlap somebody streaming. I like I said earlier today, I didn't want to stream while Guapo was streaming, and I didn't know Robbie was streaming. I kind of just, I had it set for 5 p.m. and I was like, Dave, don't delay. Just go on and say Merry Christmas. Let everybody know that you're kicking. and you know, stay on for a couple of minutes and hear what everybody's doing for Christmas. That's really what I wanted to do. Is I wanted to see what everybody is up to for Christmas, what they got planned. Did they get any gifts, or did they buy any gifts for their loved ones that they're looking forward to giving out? Looks like I can give out a few more memberships here, and I'm about to do that as soon as I learn how to stop that alert. So I'm going to stop that, and I'm going to give out these 5 more memberships coming your way, guys. All right, who got them? Ed is now a Milltown's bestie. Donna, Milltown's bestie. Pebs, Concerned Planet, and Kim G. Welcome to the Milltown's besties. Just a small little Christmas gift from Supa Dave. Patrick says, I lost 400 or 40 pounds in 6 months. Wow. Holidays is the cheat time for meals. I feel ya on that. If you don't mind me asking, Patrick, how did you lose 40 pounds in that amount of time? Right now, as hard as it is, and it's kind of like a diet that I'm trying to keep, and I've been coming in a little higher lately, is I've been trying to stick to 1,400 calories a day, high protein, low carb. And I'm not going to lie, I take in a good majority of those calories during my breakfast. I have a pretty hearty breakfast, and then right about 6, 7 p.m. I'll have a light snack. And that's basically all I've been eating during the day. And I got these nighttime weight loss supplements that I just started taking them, so I don't know if they'll even work, but I got them. You're supposed to take them, and they're supposed to burn something while you sleep. Could be just a gimmick, but we'll see. Yes, please, if you guys could like the Christmas stream, that would mean a lot to me. Thank you. Bearded Fisherman. I hear you, Bearded. I agree. Tank Girl says a small task can quickly turn into a debilitating mountain. I agree. It gets to be such a an issue for me. Let me just try to adjust this camera a little bit here, so I'm a little more on the side of the chat. Yeah, let's try it. No, I don't like that. Let's turn that off. I'll tell you what, this tiny camera, guys, called the OBSpot Tiny 2. It's a gimbal camera. I am really liking this because it hooks up to every little piece of crap device I got, and it allows me to get pretty good picture. Right now I'm just chilling in the dark in a pretty poorly lit room. I just got the Govee light on right now, and I wanted it to look like Christmas. And so I put it on green. I think I'll put it on red. Yeah, let's go red. Let's get the red vibes. Looks a little bit better. Red is a little more Christmassy, I'd say. And I love this camera. I really do. Dan says Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Dan. Granny says going to one of the sons tomorrow. We're all on low carbs. So he's covering proteins. Nice. That's why I'm really excited for the turkey I got. Turkey breast. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put salt, pepper, and nature seasoning. And one thing I hear about this high protein, low carb diet is you're not supposed to be shy with the salt for some reason. I'm not a big salt guy because of my blood pressure and everything. But I got to learn to start using a little bit more salt. So that's something I'm going to work on. I'm glad to see that other people are doing this, low carbs. It seems to be what a lot of people are doing that. Bearded says, "Hey Dave, just do what I have to, like for phones and TV and computer." Yeah. All right, skip all these. Ed Warrior says, "I like listening to Dave. I'm not buying anything from Robbie anyways." The exchange rate and shipping cost with fees and tariffs is kill. I forgot all about tariffs. Oh, I bet you that sucks, Ed. I'm not gonna lie though. Robbie has some pretty nice stuff. I'm just starting now to get into like the crystals and stuff like that. They're pretty cool. It's got to have a meaning to it for me. That's why like somebody gifted me my birthstone in a bracelet, and that has special meaning to me. Not only because it's from a viewer, but because it's got my birthstone. And then, of course, I was educated on what it means, what these stones can do. And these stones are, you got to remember, God created these stones. So if you're looking at it from, people say, don't believe in that, don't believe in that, believe in God's power. God put those stones on earth. So that's kind of my way of looking at it. What did you cook? Bearded says, I cooked hamburger meat for the dogs, and I'm just staying here, man. What am I doing? I'm just hanging out. Like I said, we were gonna cook. I'm not really feeling it. Um, just kind of chilling solo. You know, my brother's got his own thing going on, and we spent some time talking earlier. And I don't know. It is what it is. Like I said, this Christmas feels weird, and my mind, my mind doesn't feel like it's in it. My mind feels so far removed from my life. If that makes any sense, I feel like this this lawsuit, this guy just chirping at the internet, just chirping, uh, and then having people like message me, and he may or may not be having people message me. But when I get weird messages from strangers that have weird introductions and weird lead-ins, or they start out conversations kind of try to seem like they want to be my friends, and then I answer some of them, and then it gets real weird. Cut that off. So it's to the point where it's getting to the point where I can't even interact with my what I think are my viewers anymore because moles and it's just everything feels it feels like I'm being trying to get set up or entrapped in some bullshit, and it's like I don't feel like me. I don't feel like I'm living my life. I feel like I'm a zoo animal. It's kind of how I feel, and I don't know. It's just weird. Cat lady says going to mom's for dinner. Brothers are with their families. One brother is on their way to Cali to see the new granddaughter. That's awesome. See, I love this community. Everybody says this community is losers and uh, birds of a feather flock together. And it's like all I see is love in this community. I see people who have families, people who have loved ones, people who have others that care for them, and people who are enjoying themselves daily. Um, I, I love this community. Crystal Rock says, carnivore, baby. A lot of people do that carnivore diet. I wonder how that works. Bearded says, Dave, I've lost 230 pounds. How long did that take you? Down from 356. Impressive. Beef, bacon, butter, and eggs. That's it? That's all you eat? No dairy, no cheeses or anything like that? I mean, that's a lot of protein. Protein City. Patrick says, drunk a lot of herbal tea, increase my green veggies, walk 1 to 2 miles a night because I cannot sleep. Yes, and that's an issue for me, is the stagnancy I find myself in. Um, the more you sit around, the more muscle and tone, the strength you lose. So when you used to be able, for example, I used to be able to walk when I was homeless. Oh, I would walk all around the city of Milwaukee, and it would do nothing to me. I wouldn't be winded. Even my brother Bob would say, "Dude, you walk everywhere. I'm winded. How are you not winded? And you're bigger than me." But nowadays, it's like I get winded extremely fast. I get back pains. So it's like I'm hoping to take off a good 20 to 25, 30 pounds, and then really amping up the cardio. And by cardio, I mean walking. And then after the walking becomes easier, I'm going to start doing bikes, the bike at Planet Fitness. This is all it's planned out for me. I actually have plans for this. It's just the key is staying on my path that I'm on now, slow and steady, slowly incorporating things as I'm ready for them. Not to try to overwhelm myself once and then you know I fail one day and say screw it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not setting myself up for failure this time. I'm gonna do this. Mark my words. 2026 is gonna be my year. Please, I hope to God that by the end of 2026 you guys can clip this stream right now. Pull clips from this stream, and we can do a comparison to how my face looks, and I'm slimmer and trimmer, and I'm happier. I'm happier. That's key. And a lot of people say you shouldn't put so much of your happiness in your body, but health plays a lot in my happiness, and I'm not healthy right now. In fact, I get my results from all my blood work on January 2nd, so we'll see what happens then. And then the question is if there's something I need to let you guys know about, do I tell the public or do I keep it private? That's something I have to discuss, if there is anything. And I think there might be. So we'll see. But no matter what, 2026 is going to be a good year. We're going to do lots of stuff on this channel. Herbal tea, though. I'm going to look into that herbal tea. I am still, I split between diet soda pop and a lot of sparkling water. And people are saying I should cut all that out and just do water. And I might do that, but not right this second. Right now I'm dealing with absolutely no sugar. 0 calories are still 0 calories. It's just people say that aspartame has side effects, and we'll see. I'm not sure, really. We'll see what it does. I feel like I'm way behind in chat. Let me see what's going on. Oh, hey, Marla. Marla is in chat. Bearded says that they got to go in for blood work soon. Yeah, get it done, man. For me, it took 2 new doctors and having a new doctor that is just a no-nonsense kind of doctor, and getting pushed to do it from a therapist that would not allow me to put my health in jeopardy anymore. Sometimes some of us don't have mom and dad to push, to give us that push we need. So when it comes from a respected person, and I respect my therapist, it almost felt like an order from a family member, like, you need to do this. So I got it done. Sour sop green tea is great for gut health. I'm going to look into sour sop. Can I get that at Walmart? Do you know? I don't. Sour sop green tea. I'm going to look into that. Ed says they don't drink pop anymore. That and coffee are my problems. Like, that's a lot of my weight gain came from soda pop. Coca-Cola. That's Oh my, I love an ice cold Coca-Cola. It's my vice. It really is my vice. Even now I'm drinking I just went Diet Coke. It's my problem. And I assume that it's gonna have to go. And then I won't even miss it. A lot of people say once they get the soda pop out of their life, they don't miss it. You know, Patrick says diet soda is terrible. See, I'm hearing that from more and more people, but I keep looking at the calorie, the nutritional information, and I see 0 calories. All I see is sodium. So, what is it about the soda that's so bad? Because somebody told me, excuse me, if I stop drinking the sugary soda and switch to diet, you can lose 20 pounds a month just from that. And then I heard from somebody else that that's completely bullcrap. So I'm hearing all this and all that, and then I had this nutritionist that I saw twice, and I stopped going. Um, a lot of education I need to get. It sounds like I need to get properly educated. But as it is right now, I just need to stop taking in so many calories, and that's what I've been sticking to. I'm so glad Marla's here. Merry Christmas, Marla. I'm so happy Marla's here. Marla has really been. Oh, Vicky's here too. Vicky says if you have stairs, they're better than walking. Oh, Vicky, I hate stairs. Oh, I hate stairs. Me and stairs. If stairs were a human being, we'd fight each other. Like I don't understand how people can do the stairmaster. I understand it's better for you, but oh, stairs are a pain in the butt. Oh, I hate and they're not. Maybe once you get more in shape, you start to like it a little bit. Granny Kathy says I drink black coffee. Son who has diabetes, 2 Mountain Dews was the culprit. Yep, I hear that. He tested Mountain Dew Zero. It did not mess his sugars. He lost 40 pounds. Each person is different. See, that's what I heard. I heard just switching from the sugary pop to the diet pop or even zero sugar pop can make a difference. So, what else do we got here? Yes, the aspartame is not good for us. You might wish to look that one up, Dave. I mean, I heard stuff, but doesn't that kind of go back to like fluoride uh, and kind of like those kind of, I don't want to call them conspiracies because I guess there is scientific research behind it. But isn't it kind of like one of those situations where it's like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't? You're going to get it in your diet one way or another. Maybe I'm just too blasé with it, but I'm going to look into the aspartame. I really am. Ed says going downstairs is worse than going up. I feel you on that, Ed. Going up because you are fighting gravity, more going down. Yeah, the knees are. Yeah. See, back when I used to wrestle and everything, that was the first thing that I took so many bumps on my knees, and yeah, I have bad knees as well, Ed. No, no me gusta stairs, but that's where I feel like walking, and I know it's winter right now, and winter in Milwaukee, it's cold, and nobody wants to go out walking. So my plan is to get from what I understand, like I said, this is all in a plan I got. That the Planet Fitness, their plans are like $24, and you can take a guest with you, and 2 for 1. So that's the plan. They got treadmills. How hard would it be for me to seriously put some headphones on, go on the treadmill, walk 20 minutes at my pace, go sit down, have a water, walk another 20 minutes, take a little break, and then maybe do 10 light minutes on a cardio. on a bike, one of those bicycles, or a row machine even. That could be a nice light workout to start getting me into everything here, you know. And then as you're watching your diet and everything, I think this really has, like, I've done all the research and stuff, and I think that's how I'm gonna go about doing it. And then as the weather gets nicer, we'll actually go on walks around the neighborhood and everything, and that's where I can incorporate my camera, my drone. We could say, hey, we're gonna walk to the park, we're gonna put the drone in the air, we're gonna have some fun, and you know, all the people can be encouraging, and hopefully witness 2026 become the year of joy. And then hopefully we'll get good news with all this court nonsense, and it could be a good thing. I'm trying to be positive. You know, that's all I can be, is I can be positive, because I will be damned. I will be damned if I'm going to have another year of negativity. Did I just see that Stacy gifted some memberships? Am I tripping? Did I miss out on that? Hold on. I got to go over here. Are those old or new? No, Stacy gifted 5 MILTOWN'S Best memberships. Also, Vicky says aspartame has flash point of 86 degrees. It becomes poisonous gas. Oh, wow, I didn't know that. I'm going to have to look into that. The key to better health is peeing and pooping a few times a day. And you know, it's funny you say that, Patrick. It's because that nighttime medicine I got that's supposed to help you lose weight, I think that's what it does. I think it helps you evacuate more often. Awesome. Look at all these new MILTOWN'S besties. Marla, what? You didn't have to do that, Marla. I will, though. Marla, thank you. Oh, Marla, you are awesome. Like I said, Marla's, she talk about a beautiful soul. I'm going to check it right now. Give me a second here, Marla. I just got to make sure I'm doing this off the air. I don't need an instance of all my private information getting leaked. Hold on, guys. I'm doing like I'm streaming from a potato right now, so you guys gotta bear with me here. Oh wow. Thank you so very much, Marla. That means the world to me. Thank you. Marla, you're awesome. I will buy a soda stream too. I'm excited. All the MILTOWN'S besties got memberships today. Look at this. Bearded says, Dave, what's that other kind of medicine they got? It just became popular. It's for depression, but I think it also helps. Wegovy? There's a bunch of them. I'm going to ruin my junk food. Cut down. Tori sends me blooper chocolates. Aw. Yeah, chocolate. My brother Bob loves chocolate. Supa Dave. Marla, you're awesome. My brother Bob really likes his chocolate. Supa Dave's live. Fuck around in Hood America. Yeah, that could be. I wouldn't mind though, because like I said, when I was homeless, all the homeless shelters and everything, they're all in the hood, and me and Bob spent years around there. And literally, it's like downtown hood is where all the help was. So we spent years around. I wouldn't mind taking you on tours of the hood, Patrick. For sure. Like there was a time in my life where every meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, came from the meal sites. In Milwaukee, there's several of them, but the main one me and Bob went to for dinner was called St. Ben's. And it was like I'm trying. It wasn't Catholic, but it was a Capuchin. Capuchin. They would dress like monks, but their dinners were so good. I would go to their meal site just because it tasted like restaurant food. For real. And it was so crazy. You would see these like teenage kids who would go there because they were on probation or whatever, and they had to do community service. And you would see them stick up their nose at like the food they were serving. And it's funny because after the servers serve the meals to the homeless and those in need, you get a meal if you serve people. And it would be so interesting because I would hang out to clean up and stuff, and it would be so funny seeing these teenagers try the food. And this is the food that they would stick their nose up all service long as they're serving all the homeless people, and then they would actually try it and be like, "Oh wow, this is actually good." Don't doubt the food, man. It was always really good, you know. And I hate to say it, but those Capuchins, they cooked with love, and that is an ingredient that makes all the difference in the world, in my opinion. Seriously, it does. What else do we got going on here in the chat that I'm so behind? DRD said, hold on, what are we at? Back to bed. I hope you watch later, Vicky. I will email you soon, Vicky. As you can tell, I'm still streaming from my potato, so I'll discuss more with you later. Wishing a happy holiday, Merry Christmas. Let's include a Happy New Year. Like I said, yeah, most of this stream has been hopes for the new year, because I cannot have another year like I've had this past year. Mother Bird says Milwaukee is a cool place. I love it. It's my home, and I scream my love for it from the rooftops because it's one of the only places I've ever lived, and it's done a lot for me in my life, and I attribute a lot of who I am to the city I grew up in. Uh-oh, Ed's watching some Taylor Swift. Ooh, beautiful. John says, I'm sitting here consuming a carton of chocolate malted Whoppers. Classic. Can never go wrong with the Whoppers. That is a classic chocolate. Best medicine is exercise and being around positive people. I agree. That is why this community is awesome. And it helps so many of us. There are so many people in this community who may not be mobile or active or sociable or being able to socialize. So a lot of the socialization comes from this community and being online in these chats. And that's why when I see YouTubers trying to shred and pick apart the most stupid chats, people joke around in chat rooms. And to see a YouTuber try to consider all that gossip, or consider all that gospel rather, it's laughable to me. It's like, don't you understand? People bullshit in chat rooms. Not everything, nobody is under oath when they chat in a chat room. So for you to be like, I got evidence of this, and that, and it's like, who the hell took an oath before they chatted in a chat room? Right? Like, people are silly to me. What? Lisa here? Did I see Lisa? I see Ed just said Lisa's name. Beard says just stay away from the crack diet. Yeah, that is the one thing you guys will know if I'm on drugs again, because you'll get those sunken cheeks, and I'll have the black fingertips. What does Granny say? Granny says, been to Milwaukee a few times. I have older son living in Kenosha. Kenosha is beautiful. I love Kenosha. Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, 1977. Classic. We're going classic, huh, Patrick? 1977. No problem with that. I might have to join you with a nice classic movie. What else do we got here? Marla says chat rooms are the backyard fences and corners of the churchyard on steroids. I agree. Oh man, that is so funny. All about the. Yep. Hey, good evening. Merry Christmas to you. Don't put a hole in the wash tub. Yep, Stacy, that was awesome of her. Just came in here, gifted 5 memberships. Just amazing. I love this community. I love all of you guys. I really hope you guys have the best Christmas ever. Looks like everyone is taking a turn at online for Christmas. Exactly. I had to come on and just say Merry Christmas. I didn't have any plans. I'm streaming from a potato right now. I hope it's sounding okay and looking okay. I've been going for over an hour too, which is unique for me. And I'm kind of just going off the top of my head. Like I said, I had no plans but to say Merry Christmas. And I was eager to see what all of you guys were doing for Christmas. I've already said it a few times that it doesn't really feel like Christmas Eve to me today. Maybe it'll hit me tomorrow, you know. But with all that's going on in my life, and it just doesn't feel. It feels very weird. But I made a promise to myself that I will not have another year like this next year. I will not. No sirree, Bob. I won't. I blatantly refuse to have another horrible, depressed, self-hating year. Mother Bird says, "Missed you, Dave. Glad to see you." I miss all of you guys so much, and that's what I keep hearing from people who have influence in my life. They're like, "Well, if you miss and love these people, stop giving people power over you, and go be with the people you miss. Go talk to the people you miss. Go get the support and support those people you miss." And that's what I'm going to do. The red is a little questionable. I could change the color. I was green earlier. I went green earlier, so I was trying to be Christmassy. Let's see what else we can go here. I got a whole bunch of colors. You know me, RGB guys. It's Christmas. Let's see what we can do here. Why am I getting? Tell me why I'm. 1 second, guys. Bear with me. I understand the red is a little much. Yellow? Could we do a nice mellow yellow? It looks a little more white. How's that? Is that a little better, guys? John Cook says that he's going to do a live on his Christmas tonight, on his channel, on his channel tonight. Awesome. I'll definitely watch you, John. I didn't even know you do videos, but I surely will subscribe. If you guys could post John, if I have any mods, if you could post John Link's channel in the comment section or in the chat, that'd be great. What else do we got here? It will feel like Christmas Eve when I start wrapping presents. I feel you on that, Granny. Phyllis says, "Merry Christmas to you, Dave. Wishing you the best. I also hope the new year ahead will be better. I've spent too much time in the hospital." Phyllis, my thoughts and prayers are with you. This new year, it'll be better for all of us. And I'm going to pray for speedy recovery and amazing health. Life is a blessing, and we all should live it to the fullest. Ed says, "I don't do lives, but you should, Ed." What what I think, there used to be a channel. This is going back now to 2007 or 2008. There were multi channels. There was one called the Five Awesome Guys, and then there was another one called the Five Awesome Girls, and then there was like the Five Awesome Gays, and then there was like the Five Awesome Dogs. And what it would be is there would be a cast of 5 people, and everybody would get a day. So there'd be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 5 days of the week. And so every Monday, for example, I would make a video. And then every Tuesday, John could make a video. Then every Wednesday, Ed could make a video. Every Thursday, Bearded could make a video. And what that did for these channels is it built a community, it built up a cast, and then it allowed endless content. So people would make a video. For example, Monday would make a video asking Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday a question. And it would always go back and forth. And they did that for multiple years. And it was very, very successful. And I think that that could be a very awesome concept to be brought back in this community. And I would be very interested in doing a project like that with a bunch of you guys if you would find that interesting. I think some of you guys, would you guys think that'd be kind of cool, or do you think it's best to leave the past in the past? Marla says that's a great idea. Like I said, you can see how it was done in the past. There were they were called Five Awesome Channels. And I think it's about time we bring the Five Awesome Channels back. And it could really, thank you, Mother of Birds, for sharing that, by the way. I think it would be a great way to introduce people into this community, to show, we could even do it with 5 of the female community members and 5 of the male, and then create 2 separate channels. And that could be very successful. It's very little work because you would only have to make 1 video a week. I might have to look into that and set something up like that. Like I said, it was the channels were called, so it wouldn't be an original concept. These have been done on YouTube, but it would be a revival of it. Nobody has brought back the 5 Awesome concept since like 2007. And now with all these separate communities and everybody knows everybody around here, I think it would be a really good idea to bring it back. So I think I might focus on something like that. Like I said, it takes minimum effort, and we could throw together a logo, build up a channel, and let's do it. Scroll Saw Video, what's up, Dave? Love you, brother. Love you too, Scroll Saw. Who do we got there? All About the Alternative. I have a few now. Spend on setting my studio back up. Yeah, that's awesome. Get that studio set up. Like I said, I'm recording on a potato, but hopefully it's working. Gotta get that PSU, man. Ed says I don't have an awesome channel, but that's the thing, Ed, is it would be a single channel, and you would have the username and the password to that channel. And what you would have to do is it would just be your responsibility. Like, for example, let's say Wednesday was your day. You would just have to remember every Wednesday, I log into this channel and I upload my video. That's all you would have to do. And YouTube has settings now where you can have co-managers of channels. So every cast member would have their own username and their own password. Could be interesting. I might look into that. Exactly, and that's the thing. Marla says you could think of something to say once a week, and that's why you would have the other cast members, the other days of the week, would help you. For example, the most hard job would probably be Monday, because Monday usually thinks of the topic for the week or brings up something to discuss, What about cross-posting from the channel's own site to the collab? That's another thing you could you could do that as well, because YouTube now has the collaboration feature. That's something they didn't have back in 2007. So that could be a good way to build up multiple channels. You know what I'm saying? You could do a lot with that. Build up a whole bunch of channels that way. I think that could be. I think it's time to bring back the Five Awesome channel concept. It was really big during like the start of YouTube. Rin is here. Merry Christmas, Rin. I hope you're gonna have an amazing holiday. I missed you saying that. I apologize that. I apologize. You did just say that. That's a good idea, Supa Dave. Let's get it going. You know what I'm saying? We got a new year coming up. And that is where this community is gonna outshine the hater channels. Because the hater channels have no creativity, they have no originality, they have no plans for when this drama cycle goes belly up. They have no idea what their next teat to milk is, so to speak. When we have a community of amazing, interesting, loving, kind, I could just go on and on. This community is full of amazing souls, and the content is here. All we got to do is come up with a format to show the world how amazing we all are and how amazing all of you are. And I think, like I said, you guys can look it up. It's years, so the footage is going to be so old, but there was like 5 awesome guys, 5 awesome girls, 5 awesome gays. There was so many of it. It became all over YouTube. 5 awesome everything. And it could be an outlet for help those who are dealing with depression or dealing with loneliness or communication issues. We could really showcase how awesome all of us are. So it's something I might start working on. You guys seem really supportive of this. So let's get it going. Yeah, I'm there for this one. Oh, and my wireless mouse just died on me. Like I said, guys, I'm streaming from a potato. The who's going after who is getting boring. I agree. I agree. And these what do they call them? These shells or whatever that this guy's supposedly dropping. Seems like hearsay. I just not interested. I'm not interested in this. And it's like, stop trying to villainize people who are undeserving of it. Do you get what maybe I'm getting tired here, but I feel like this YouTuber is trying to make super villains out of the most pointless, stupid nonsense. I really feel that way. And I feel like this guy talking about, like, he's fishing for information. Like, we don't even have an answer to motions to dismiss yet. And this guy's acting like discovery's already underway. Can we say witness intimidation and witness tampering? Because I'm sure others are going to raise that point. But I don't want to discuss all that. It's Christmas Eve. We don't need to discuss all that. I started out the stream kind of venting a little bit, and I was told it's not the time for it. And it's not. It's not. But just know, maybe there will be a stream coming up where I share a little bit. Carl's Cut says, Dave, I'd fight a bear for you. Not a polar bear. They're huge. Not a grizzly bear. They have sharp claws. I'd fight a Care Bear for you. Okay. At least it's not like a gummy bear. At least it's not a gummy bear. What did they say? It was, what was 22 degrees? Hold on. I keep forgetting my mouse is dead. It was 22 degrees and below last week. Today is 70 degrees. Wow. Yeah, talk about a swing. Hey, Bobby C. Ed says, I was happy Lisa didn't go live last night. So tired of the drama. It's always the same crap. Yeah, I feel the same way. And there's, at this point, I feel like it's I don't even want to share my views on it. I don't. Um, it's just getting out of control. Will you fight an Empire Penguin for Dave? They're about 6'8". Can I fight my own penguin? I started doing some of my social media concepts with some of it, but I don't bother with it as much. Yeah, you gotta have it. You know, it's fun to mess with in the meantime, but once you get a solid plan, you know if it's a keeper if you can't get your mind off of it. Like the book I've been writing, it's so hard for me to get my mind off of it. It's like I go away to my world that I've been writing, and I literally have to pull myself out of my world, and that's how I know I'm in love with what I'm doing with this book. I'm loving it. I might even release a chapter or two in the next couple weeks. Granny says the weather's been bipolar. I can relate. No, I'm just kidding. Bobby C says, it's new. It's like me, though. It gets overwhelmed. Too much is happening. Yeah, I can understand. So, yeah, guys, we've been going now here for what? Hour and 18 minutes? Been a pretty good stream. What did we hear? Beard says, Dave, I just got 75. What did I miss? 75 blank t-shirts? Bearded, what are you still trying to do your t-shirt company, Bearded? Is that what you're it's expensive to get started that way, Bearded. I really I don't know how that's gonna work. Ideally, if you wanted to do a t-shirt company, there's so many print on demand companies. To essentially start your own gig, you would have to buy what is it, like the inks, the presses, all that stuff. It becomes a big investment up front, when what you could do is you could spend uh no money and just work on your graphic design, and then sign up for a print on demand service and just make commission based sales. Which is another interesting note, is I find it fascinating that a person who's suing me says I'm a commercial T-shirt salesman or whatever, when in fact all I do is I post a link to a third party. They do all the business end. I literally post a link. I don't have a T-shirt company, so I find that somewhat confusing. But we'll see what people say about that. I'm like I said, I'm no lawyer, but I just find that weird that people say, I'm in the T-shirt business when I'm not. What do we see here? It says I wouldn't fight a honey badger for Dave. Those things are mean. Yeah, honey badgers don't quit. Those things are nuts. Hubby's setting me up all new system for my office, and I'm stoked. It's all purple. That's beautiful. I gotta see pictures, Stacy. Please, Stacy, send me pictures. I love office setups. Like when I get the new studio set up and everything, it's gonna be awesome, you know. But until then, we're gonna have to do some more potato streams, uh, or whatnot. But once the new studio gets, I was just getting everything situated, but we'll be all right. I love setups, and I can't wait to see what your new office looks like. And for those of you who don't know, Stacy does a lot of like 3D printing, things like that, a lot of crafting, and does amazing work. So I'm excited to see what your office will look like. What do we see here? Carl's Cut says Amazon merch will do any promotions you want. Shirts, mugs. Exactly. There are bearded. There are so many services now that can do it for you. Even embroidery, keychains, mugs, everything for you to set that up as a. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying get ready to maybe take out a small business loan because that equipment gets expensive, especially if you're talking about making quality. Because nowadays you can go to like Bonfire or all these other print, and then they're not just giving you a cheap Gildan shirt. Of course, they have that option where you can get a Gildan cheaper shirt, but they also got like Abercrombie and 100% cotton options and recycled denims and all these crazy stuff where these print on demand services can actually give you better quality than you would get out of a home lab. So ideally, I think you should look into that, Bearded. And I think you should formulate an actual business plan, a business model. Um, and then who are you going to be making t-shirts for, Bearded? Like, who do you plan to make shirts for? And if you do have people in mind, did you create licensing contracts for these people, terms and everything like that? Because when you're dealing in business like that, then it's not so much of we're operating on a handshake deal here. Then you got to have terms and what's expected and what's going to be your part of the deal, what's their part of the deal. So it's something to discuss. So just be prepared, Bearded. What do we see here that I missed? There are thousands of YouTubers who sell T-shirts. I agree, Granny. Um, sometimes those print-on-demand shirts can be low-quality shirts. Do your research. I agree. Like I was just saying, Patrick. You got to make sure you choose your stock. Bonfire, for example, they have American Apparel and all these other options you can choose from. Even do like hippy dippy recycled stuff. All about t-shirts, hoodies, caps. Yeah, I agree. And that I agree with Marla. Says you can do videos of you printing people's purchases too. That ideally could really boost a channel. I could see that becoming amazing. I could see that growing a channel. There's channels that already do that, and they're quite popular. And especially when you land a big, let's say you land a big licensing with a YouTuber, and you're printing the first batch of shirts for them. That could be awesome. Could be very, very awesome. What about? Did I miss something about Robbie? If Robbie wasn't on right now, I'd go live. I feel so bad that I'm streaming when Robbie is. I apologize. I gotta send him a letter that apologizes to him. I completely spaced on that. Figured it's Christmas Eve. I should go live. Yeah, Stacy does amazing, amazing work. Marla says they have T-shirt printers at the fairs now. Wow, I didn't know that. Stacy says, "Hubby, oh, what did I miss here? Did I miss? I thought I saw Stacy saying something else." Stacy says, "Yep, 3D printing, laser art, wire wrapping, rocks, crochet, cross stitch, and other stuff. Those are like all the fun crafts." I just watched this guy on YouTube named Jazza, and Jazza got one of those new laser cutters, and he printed these medieval style houses, and then he put drawers in them. Really cool. If you guys get a chance, check out Jazza on YouTube and watch his most recent video. It's really good. Laser cutting is going to be very popular. I love Stacy's work as well, Mother of Birds. The dragon model she prints is beautiful, and then she had that Bigfoot pen holder, beautiful. Bearded says, I said I bought 75 pounds of t-shirts. Man, 240 shirts. Plus, I got 140 prints that I got the press. You got a press already? Impressive. Okay. Remember, there's always ink. Ink becomes a price as well. And then you have to do all the math and figure out what your, what do they call it? A CPU, cost per unit? It's cool that you're thinking about actually starting a business, though, Bearded. That's awesome. I'm so proud of you. Bearded says he's doing the art himself. That is amazing, Bearded. That's amazing. I'm so proud of you. I got a couple of big companies out here. That's awesome. Pursue your dreams, Bearded. Wire wrapping seems like a hard art form to learn. My son bought me a mini lathe last year. I haven't played with it yet. And this year he got me the wood and pen pieces to make pens. Oh wow! When you get that down, put me down to order one in a heartbeat from you, Stacy. That's awesome. And Dave, I also worked for a screen printer about 10 years out here. That's awesome. Yeah, I hope you do, Bearded. All I ask is you try to keep it professional. Do it the right way. Don't be one of these hobbyists. If you're gonna make a crack as a profession, do it the right way, because that's the only way to do it, right? Give it your all, guys. With all that being said, guys, it's 6:30 my time. It's been a pretty good stream. Merry Christmas to all of you. I love you all. Maybe I'll stop on tomorrow. Robbie, I believe, is streaming live, so I wish I could send you over there, but I don't have it set up right now for that. But I think we're going to call it a stream, guys. I hope you enjoyed spending a little time with me. I can tell you, you guys definitely boosted my spirits. Every time I speak to you guys, you make me feel the love. And Marla, thank you for all your love. All of you guys, you're the best. I love you guys so much. And Merry Christmas. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye.